uncut, unedited, tell the truth,
And what?
and shame the devil.
I
I
love
love
being
being
black.
black.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser, live, uncut, and unedited. Tune in. We got a special guest tonight. Our dear Republican sister, P. Ray, is in the house, but I'm not going to introduce her right, but I'm waiting on more people to come on in. And as I told you guys that I was going to have her on tonight, and she's going to tell us something. She's going to talk about Kim Foxx, state's attorney, what's going on there, which is, I like Kim Foxx, but we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. So we can't, ain't none of us exempt for telling the truth. So we have to get the truth out there so we know what's going on. And she said she did her homework, so she got some facts. So we want to hear them. Just come on in, people. Come on in live on. Make sure you guys share the video now. I'm tagging some people. Well, actually texting some people, let them know that I am live. And this is real, people. We black people. This is an emergency. We got to get it together. We got to go to the next level. You got the migrants here. They're taking all the jobs, the little bitty jobs that we always say that we don't want. But those jobs can be for our children, the low wage jobs, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. And come on in, people. Come on in. You never know where this live may go. We always start off on one thing and we always end up on another thing. This is live, uncut, unedited. Make sure you guys share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Here, like if you're on YouTube, share the video. I need you guys to share the video. Cut unedited, people. All right, people. I'm sorry. This is live uncut. We got a great show. And also, P. Ray is willing to take some questions. So we want to hear. I definitely want to hear, and I definitely want to hear what's going on because she got a lot to say, and I want to know what's going on. So hey, make sure you guys share the video. Share the video. Let me pin it up. Okay. Make sure you guys share the video. We're not talking about the crime chasing now. So y'all, if y'all want to listen about the crime, y'all might as well go to another page because we on something up right now. We ain't done with them, but we on something else right now. Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. How many people we got in here? We got about 6. We can get started. P. Ray, come on in. I need you to, P. Ray, before you come in, make sure you tell us a little bit about yourself. How can we find you? What you do? How you got started? Tell us a little bit about you. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people do know about you, but they don't know. They know of you, but they don't know about you, what you stand for. So let us hear, P. Ray. Come on with it.
Hey, I'm P. Ray. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm P. Ray of Black Excellence Hour, show for people with high self-esteem. Sundays at 7 p.m. on Intellectual Radio and live on Black Excellence Hour Facebook page. My show is an abolitionist show, and we are a patriotic show. The goal of the show is to raise our collective esteem so that we make better choices in our own country. Our being Black people, Negro people, we've been here the longest. We have to enjoy the country the most, and we cannot continue to let the children of the immigrants step in front of us. Not just the immigrants who are coming, but the people who are here still trying to tell us what to do. Remember, our people were here eating cornbread and okra when they showed up in our country. So we've been here the longest. We are American 100%. We are as American as sweet potato pie. So that's what I push. I really want people to know the truth. I can see that right now in the city of Chicago, not just now, but for a long time, we've been terrorized by the Democratic Party going all the way back to the 1800s. These are Confederates. They came up from the South to the North and brought their Confederate policies with them. They were here trying to fight the Union Army back in the 1800s during the Civil War to force that on us. So the reason that Chicago is a Democratic city is because after the Civil War, the Democrats were out of style because they were the Confederates. They lost the war. So they moved to these big cities. And when European immigrants were coming over, they pulled those European immigrants into their political party and told them, you white just like us, come on, we going to do right by white folks. And so they were a very racist party. They are still a very racist party. The Ku Klux Klan is the guerrilla warfare arm of the Democratic Party. Jim Crow was state-sponsored terrorism implemented by the Democratic Party. They've been doing really horrible things to us again since before slavery because this is the party of the slave owner. So this is why I'm pushing everybody to leave the Democratic Party. The Republican Party was founded for Black people by Black people in order to abolish slavery. This is the party where we got the most resources. So we got the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment, the 1866 Civil Rights Act, the HBCUs, the banks, the Freedmen's Bureau, Black Wall Street. Anytime you see Black, real live Black success that was done under Republican practices and party policies. So we got to get back to that so we can survive in our own country. Because if we don't stop the invasion and get our power back, we go into the reservations just like the Indians.
Okay. So after all that been said, so what really brings you here? Are you willing to take some questions if people have some questions and stuff like that for you? I'll be posting some things. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm here this Saturday night, to talk about Jalen Perkins. Jalen Perkins was an 11-year-old boy who was murdered in his home by his mama's crazy ex-boyfriend. And when we looked at this, initially people want to talk about, oh, this is a shame. This man is a monster. He is a monster. He's going to jail. We want to make sure he goes under the jail because we know here people get out of jail. You can kill somebody and get out of jail in 20 years. So we want to make sure that this man stays in jail. But what we focusing on is how the Cook County State's Attorney failed Jalen and how because they were not doing their jobs, this little boy is dead. Not only the Cook County State's Attorney, but the Cook County Sheriff, as well as the Illinois Prisoner Review Board. All of these people got to be punished or fired or forced to resign in some kind of way, because if that could happen to that little boy, it could happen to any of us.
So tell us about the guy that did the murdering. So tell us why they should be fired or resign. Tell us what happened. Give us some details. Educate us.
Okay. So the man, his name is Cressetti Brand. He was charged on Friday with multiple counts of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, armed robbery, home invasion, and domestic battery. Now, what happened is he was crazy over this girl, literally crazy over this girl, and he was in jail for attacking another woman. So when the man was getting ready he got out of jail in January, he came to her house and he started bothering her and attacking her or, harassing her. She called the police. The police put him in jail, and the Cook County State's Attorney charged him with violating probation. So he goes back to IDOC. The Prison Review Board check out the evidence. They say, no, he shouldn't be in jail. We're going to let him go back home and put him on a house arrest ban. So when he get out, the house arrest ban wasn't working, and he was able to stalk the house. The first time the girl called the police, they told her, well, he didn't do nothing yet. We don't see him, call us back. The second day, he waited for her boyfriend to leave the house because, she's pregnant. So the people were asking, where's her man? Where was he at? He left to go to work. So after he left to go to work, she was leaving out with her kids, and he came in to push the door open and started stabbing and attacking her. And he also murdered her son. She has a 5-year-old son who witnessed all of this. Okay. So the problem with all of this is that a couple of days later, all of the law enforcement community came together and they did a press conference. And at that press conference, Kim Fox said, I don't know why. No, let's go back before we talk about the press conference. So the woman also went to 555 Western, and West Harrison, 555 West Harrison, to get a restraining order because they told her that the man was about to get out of jail. She was denied a restraining order because according to what they're saying, the judge said that the man was in jail, so there was no reason to grant the restraining order because he was already locked up. So go back to the press conference. Kim Fox says, well, I don't understand why she went before the judge to ask for another restraining order when she had a lifetime restraining order. And that's when all the bells went off in my head. Because I said, if this woman had a lifetime restraining order and you standing in front of the camera crying, talking about the lifetime restraining order, why wasn't he charged with violating a restraining order? That would have kept him in jail. He wouldn't have got out. The police board wouldn't have just saw it as a probation violation. They would have saw that he was violating a restraining order and kept him in jail. And therefore, those people need to, something got to happen. That's too big of a mistake. That's too grave of a mistake out of the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for that to just be swept under the rug. We elected those people. We pay taxes to those people. We expected them to properly charge the villains who terrorize us with the crimes they're supposed to be charged with. And they didn't charge that man properly. So that allowed him to get back out of jail and go push his way into that woman's house and murder her son. She did everything she was supposed to do. Every single thing she was supposed to do right, she did it, and they still failed her. So who protects the women? I mean, honestly, now that we looking at this, who steps up for us? If we call the police and they make us go through the paperwork and we go through the process and we go to the 555 and you sit up there all day and you fill the paperwork and you do all these things and then they don't charge the person properly, no, that's unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable. Now, I know that Kim Foxx is about to get another gig, and, we wish her well. But before she leaves, something got to be said about this. Something got to be said about the Cook County Board of Commissioners. Tony Fretwinkle got to answer for this. Kim Foxx got to answer for this. Tom Dart got to answer for this. Everybody got to answer for this. This is a complete failure of the Cook County criminal justice system. So that's why I'm here.
So can you tell us a little bit of history about the person that killed the 11-year-old male? Was he, because I know bits and pieces of, I don't know the full story. So I heard he was just fresh out the prison or something. I don't know. Is that true?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had just got out the day before, literally the day before. He was, what CBS News says is when he was paroled and placed on electronic monitoring this past October, while he was on parole, he threatened her via text message and showed up at her house. He was sent back to prison in February for this parole violation. And then and so when he went back to prison in February, on February 21st, she went down to the court and asked for another restraining order. And they said that she went down there. She said he sent her several text messages telling her that he was going to kill her and her family and that he would wait outside her house and shoot her. And she had pictures. But that judge denied it and said, again, he was already in jail. It wasn't an emergency. So that's what we have to look at, because what they're also saying is that even though Kim Foxx is saying that the woman had a lifetime order of protection, the public court records don't reflect that the victim had such a thing. See what I'm saying? So it's just not right. And so what Kim, when they brought it back to her, what she said was, we regret the use of the phrase lifetime order of protection. The state's attorney's office was referring to the available at the time information in the lead system, and that does not have an expiration date. We apologize for any confusion that this may have caused. We are diligently reviewing this matter and will inform the public on our findings. That's not good enough, y'all. Yeah. That's not good enough. So, you know what I'm saying? Kim Foxx is saying that her restraining order didn't have an expiration date, and the Cook County Court or the Cook County State's Attorney is looking at that as a lifetime restraining order, and the people on the other side ain't seeing it that way. So again, who protects the women?
Wow, this is deep. Okay, we're taking some callers, people. I'm gonna put the number up on the screen, and this is serious, ladies. Domestic violence is real, people, very real. It's like P. Ray said, this woman, she did everything that she was supposed to do, and the system failed her. She didn't just blame it on Kim Foxx office. She named several Tony Fretwinkle office and Tom Dart. So, man, this is crazy. When she first told me that day, I was like, wow, because I didn't do that. That was on the north side, and I heard about it. I was like, man, that's sickening, people. We have people out here. Remember, ladies, I always used to say that You don't know what's in the hearts and the minds of these men that you're dealing with. A lot of times you see things, you see red flags, and you avoid that. This man, he told her what he was going to do, and he meant it. He meant it too. He told her what he was going to do, but she tried to prevent it by getting the order of protection. It just didn't work out. I don't know what to say on that, P. Ray. You did the research. I'm like, that's sick. That is sick.
I mean, like I said, the main problem is that they didn't enforce her restraining order. That's the main problem. He was not properly charged because even if Kim Foxx's office is saying that they recognize whatever in the system as a lifetime restraining order, when he was texting and calling her and Kim Foxx looked at her system, she saw that this woman had a lifetime restraining order. So why didn't she lock him up for violating the restraining order? She didn't do that, child. That's the main problem right there. No matter what he did, he did wrong, bogus. But the biggest mistake here is the failure in Kim Foxx's office in the Cook County State's Attorney. Something I don't know what to do, which is why I came to you, Martin. But something it's too negligent for us to just let this go back.
Ladies, y'all here? Put the number up on the screen, and this is real talk. Real talk. And y'all know Chicago crimes run in patterns. So we might hear another incident like this in the next couple of days or so. Trust me. This is serious. The call-in number, if you want to ask a question, you're welcome to make a comment. She says she's open to answer any question. And we got enough people on here. So, ladies, it's all about you guys. The system fails. So, hey, I'm quite sure that there's some ladies going through right now. They got an order of protection on a guy. And this thing is real. I tell you. And we have to really, now I don't want to come down hard on the ladies, but you got to watch the company you keep. You got to watch the company you keep.
She had moved on. She had a new man. This man was already in jail for a long time before he got out in January. I think he went to jail in 2015 or something like that. So he was already locked up for a long time. She moved on, had a new man, had a new family, did their thing, and he waited for her man to leave and go to work. He cased their house. He stalked and killed this woman. And the reason that he was able to stalk and kill this woman is because he was not properly charged by the state's attorney. That's the problem, y'all. It ain't about whether or not he was bogus or nothing like that. The state's attorney did not charge him with violating an order of protection. That's the problem because they not taking this seriously. So everybody just playing the little game. Oh, he bothering you. The police say, well, we can't do nothing. He ain't did nothing yet. We don't drive away. You go to the court. They lock him up. The prison review say, well, it's not that bad. Get him out of here. Send him back home. And then he come back to Cook County. And then the ankle, the band not working. Even that is a huge problem. If he had a band on his leg, where was the Cook County Sheriff? Oh, remember, if you got a band on your leg, you can be at the house for 48 hours. So all of this, y'all, is a failure of policy. If you own a house arrest band, how you get to be outside for 48 hours doing whatever you want to? You're supposed to be restrained because you have committed a criminal act. All of this stuff work in tandem, and ain't nobody protecting us.
Somebody said that, how did he get her address and phone number?
I don't know. I don't know how he found her information. I didn't get that much. But I'm sure he found her. I mean, it's Chicago. We know how to find people. 3 people, you can find anybody in the city.
Okay. Now, the child died. The mother didn't, right?
Right. The mother is still alive.
Okay.
She, has to help her. She was able to hold on to her pregnancy. And she has to help her child heal. A 5-year-old. Her 5-year-old watched his big brother be murdered, stabbed to death in front of him.
Wow.
And again, everybody acting like it's just a regular, normal day in Chicago. No. I don't know what to do, but that's why I called you and told you about it, because we have to bring some type of awareness to this. It has to be bigger than an apology or people standing on the press conference crying. Because this could happen to anybody. And if they're not protecting us, then that only pushes us to do more vigilante justice which is why I'm telling everybody to go get yourself a concealed carry and keep a pistol full of hollow points on your person at all times. You got a constitutional right to do that as an American. They got free concealed carry classes out here. My girl LaShawn Pettis is doing one on the weekend of April 12th. It's absolutely free. Go get yourself certified and keep it on you, because they're not going to help you. They're not going to show up. They can't. I don't know why this would happen to a woman like this, but we see that the system is not doing this job. So you got to protect you and your family a little better. So please go get yourself a concealed carry.
All right, people, the call-in number. I'm going to say it now.
Call-in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
Yeah, this is such a tragic case. You know, an 11-year-old gets stabbed. It could have been avoided if they have done their job correctly. And I agree with you, P. Ray. You know, I'm a fan of Kim Foxx, but what's right is right, period. You know, I'm about saving lives, helping lives. And, you know, you have to protect women, especially those women have done everything that we're asking them to do as far as getting the order of protection and all that. This is terrible. This is terrible. No one have to say, all these women, I got more women followers than men. Nobody want to say anything. This is about you guys right here. This is a matter of life and death. Some of you women probably need to know how to get a restraining order. This is terrible. She bringing awareness here.
I mean, and just because you
go ahead, P. Ray.
Just because you ask for one don't mean you're gonna get it. That's another thing. So, you know, this woman went down there and tried before he got out to keep him away from her, and she didn't get it from the judge. So even that's the problem. Just as you ask for to be protected, don't mean that you're gonna get protected. And then when you call the police, if you ain't bleed, they're not gonna do anything. So again, we left out here by ourselves, and that's why I'm telling everybody, please go get you a concealed carry. This is the time. We're in the middle of an invasion anyway. It's not safe in the house. It's not safe out the house. So please be able to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. They said tag the concealed and carry class. The lady that you was talking about, if it's possible. Okay, if it's possible.
Yeah,
so
I could do that while we.
Okay.
She on the west side in the Austin community, and it's serious. Like I say, y'all, please, if you have any type of clout, any way to organize, because I don't want to stand in front of the camera either and try to make, this, how tragedies happen, and then people want to line up in front of the camera.
Right.
That's not what I'm interested in. That's why a lot of times y'all don't be seeing me out there. But I just want something to be, something got to be done. This is too egregious. This is too egregious. And something got to be done. We deserve way better than this. And people don't want to hold Kim Foxx accountable a lot of times because she's a Black woman. And, we see her as somebody who pulled themselves up, and we don't want to criticize Black folks. But this is what happened. With all this Black leadership, y'all, we got a Black mayor. We got a Black, I'm sorry.
No, somebody came in. You heard the voice. Somebody came in.
Oh, okay. We got a Black mayor, a Black Cook County president, a Black Senate leader, a Black House leader, a Black lieutenant governor, all these Black caucuses, all these Black people, and they don't have a system that protects a Black boy in his own house from his mama crazy boyfriend that they tried to protect her from.
Ex-boyfriend.
But they failed to protect her.
Ex-boyfriend, yeah.
Ex-boyfriend, excuse me. Ex-boyfriend. I keep saying boyfriend,
right.
Ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
That's too much, y'all.
We gotta
get off this race thing too.
Okay. We got a caller here. 2331. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited. What's your question or comment?
I just want to piggyback off what she was saying. She's exactly right about the concealed carry part, but I also feel like you do need to get insurance behind it too, because the justice system for us is not that good. But even if she would have got an order of protection, that don't mean he still wouldn't have came by and did what he did. So getting that concealed carry is important, but also get insurance with it, so you can protect yourself as well. That's all I have.
Okay, hold on, sir. Before you leave, I don't know if you heard her correctly. if she would have got that order of protection, he would have been arrested. He wouldn't even been out. He wouldn't even got a chance to come and kill the 11-year-old boy. So that's what she's saying.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Unfortunate
Yeah.
that our black women are under attack like this, because a postal worker just got shot and killed as well, and we losing our women like faster than anything. So we got to protect our women, man. They got to protect themselves as well.
I agree with you, sir.
What kind of insurance? Tell us about the insurance for the guns, please.
They got USCCA, that provides a lawyer if you need one, and it's a monthly prescription, but they provide a lawyer for you if you need one, if you got to go to court for anything. That's all.
Post it.
So we do need that extra protection as well too.
Post it if you can inside the if you can in the comments, if you can, sir, if you can. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We got another caller too. She's going to come in. So, P. Ray, I understand. I hear you cry. Most of my followers are women, and I just, I cater to more the women than the men. But because, caller, go ahead. 3699. You're live, uncut, unedited. What's your question or comment? Hey, how you doing, Sharice? How you doing?
Hey, my comment is, when I was younger, I really believed, in a domestic violence situation, the person gets arrested, you go to the courts, you say, I'm afraid, they give you the order of protection, and now you can't bother me anymore. And that's just not what it is. Unfortunately, that order of protection or of record to basically say, if I have to, I'm going to. It's documented that you are a problem and that I am in fear for my safety, my life, my family. And I'm saying this for everybody that can hear me. That piece of paper, that order of protection, is a matter of record, that it has gone on record that if you have to defend yourself, eat or be eaten, you better do it. Because, listen, I don't have a problem with the police. I respect the police and I'll call them if I have to. However, you need to understand that the police document crime. They can't be everywhere at all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
They can't
Somebody's
be
joining.
there.
Yeah.
The police, they're here to patrol and to mediate, do all the things and serve and protect, but just know they can't be there all the time. You cannot stand there while this person that is dangerous is standing outside your house and your babies are in there and you have a baby. You have to, if you got to take them out, you take them out. And you'll worry about it later. This man is he is a monster. He's dangerous. And I'm not going to allow somebody that's in the safety of their own home, that doesn't have anybody after them, tell me what I can and cannot do to defend myself or my family. I'm not going, Martin. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to let nobody do nothing to me. I don't care what the courts say. I said I'm afraid. Okay? This man, she got pictures of this man standing outside our house. She's pregnant. She has a baby. And look what he did. Y'all better wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You better wake up and be ready to defend yourself and your family. Yes, we all want to abide by the law and be law-abiding citizens. But I'm not going to end up dead right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Doing right and getting done wrong at the same time. No, you better do what you got to do, and I'm serious.
Hey, okay. Hold it right there. Let me see what this other caller have to say, too. You want to say something, P-Ray, after that? Or I'll go to the next.
Real quick. And I agree with you, because you'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, and I get that.
You gang banging that? That's some gang banging talk.
The county. No. Well, West Side all day. But no. But we, but seriously though, they still have an accountable. The Cook County justice system is still accountable to do their job. So yes, we're gonna protect ourselves. Yes, we're gonna do what we got to do to stay alive. But that don't absolve them of their responsibility to do their job. They didn't do their job, y'all. It ain't even like you know what I'm saying. But nobody did their job on no level with this lady. And that just shows how trifling it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is trifling. And this level of triflingness that we have grown to accept, is just out of control now. Way out of control.
When it comes to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say it one more time. Defend yourself.
All right. I can't disagree with that. Hey, new caller, 872 area code. Go ahead, caller. Caller.
Good morning and good night.
Oh, okay. You got to
I love you, Martin.
Oh, you said good morning, good night. Okay. All right. All right.
I love you, big guy.
All right. Well, what you got? You got anything else to say beside that?
No, I'm just, listening in and, gonna chime in when I feel like,
Okay. All right, my
I
bro.
want to.
Okay. And I want to ask you a question, P. Ray, too. Now, what are some of the changes you think that should take place with the system first?
The first thing, first change is that they got to define what a restraining order is. Kim Fox says that her office thought it says a lifetime restraining order, but the people on the other side didn't read it that way. How? Ain't everybody at work reading the same paperwork? So we got to first get that streamlined. That woman has such a huge case on Cook County right now, not only for the injury that happened to her baby, but the trifling measures that they got in place. So that's the first thing. We got to streamline everything. Then, after they streamline everything, they got to make sure that the people in the Cook County State's Attorney Office looking in the system for a restraining order. They didn't even look. Obviously, they didn't look because Kim Fox said it's there, but they didn't charge on it. So if you do something like that, you got to get locked up as a state's attorney. It's got to be strict punitive punishment for that. But they didn't take this lady seriously. They probably seen her as a young woman with 2 sons. She pregnant again, standing up here. Yeah. They just treated her like a young black nothing. And that was somebody's mother. So yeah, something got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. This is a heavy conversation, but that's why again I called you Martin.
Yeah, no.
Because it's too much, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be. It's her. It's us. We all need to see ourselves in her, and it could be any one of us. And you're right.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely agree.
And then too with the Safety Act. That's why they can't lock people up. That's why they can't, not even the Safety Act, but all these different laws and stuff that they got out now, the police are very limited. Now, initially, we wanted the police to, get some of their power, strip back. People took it too far, but now they've taken it too far. And the police cannot police like they used to be able to police. Because even when they got there, and she called him the first time about the man standing out there, they said, "There's nothing we can do." Somebody trespassed on your property, all the police can do is get them a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no more getting locked up for that. So we gotta really look at the laws that these people are passing. All these things that they're telling us that they're passing to make equity is only to make the villains like victims. So we gonna give them a lesser crime because the system and the structure. But then you got victims, actual victims like this woman who needed some real tough policing. So how do we balance that? How do we balance equity with people who need tough policing?
I agree with you. P. Ray, I'm gonna do more this year. I told myself I'm gonna do more advocating for the victims. Like, a lot of times the shorties be out here carjacking and shooting people, tear people's cars, and they lead the victims and they can't afford to pay. It's the victims, and that's what I want us to focus on this year. A lot of times the victims get overlooked. For some reason, it's good to forgive people, but also there's punishment, there's consequences when you do things. People, you just can't go around shooting people. You just can't go around knocking women teeth out, hitting them upside the head, and think you're gonna get away with it. There's consequences, people, consequences. Period. And we have to be serious about this. I'm not saying lock everybody, but that got to be some consequences behind some of these actions, people. We just can't continue on giving people pat on the back and passes on things like that. This should have never happened with the 11-year-old. Never happened. That's sad. And he probably killed the 11-year-old for trying to defend his mother. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what the little boy said.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what his brother said. His brother said that he tried to help my mommy and he stabbed my brother. So this is, like I said, this little boy just watched this happen at 5 years old. So then what does his life become? So now we got multiple victims. We got the big brother, 11-year-old. We got the mama that's a victim. We got the fetus that's a victim. And we got the 5-year-old that's a victim. 4 victims because the Cook County State's Attorney didn't do their job. What? I mean, really, who punishes this? What do we do? Because, like I said, Kim's finna quit, so it ain't like we can say, "Are we gonna not elect her?" So then, what do we do moving forward to make sure we get an advocacy for victims? How do we make sure that the victims get the justice if they playing in the courts and playing in the state house and coming up with all these rules? Oh, we got to help the people. They had bad lives. Just because everybody go through stuff as a child, but that don't make you kick in somebody's door and stab them up. No, that's you a bad person and you need to be removed from the society. We got to get back to removing bad people from society. What make America great is our freedoms, but them freedoms come with rules. And if you break them rules, you lose your freedom. This has been since the beginning. It's because we so much as Black people, they push on us that we supposed to identify with villains or criminals because they make us think that Black equal criminal, that we put everything behind the criminal to make them more comfortable. And then we got situations like this. No, we can't have that no more. Not 2024. If not, y'all, I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. We already dealing with the illegals and we see they ain't got no justice or laws for them. So we ain't got no justice or laws for us, and then it's just pure chaos, and then everybody unsafe. We can't have that.
You can't have that. We got another caller. I think they look like old timer. 4093. Hey, caller, go ahead. What's your comment or question? Hey, caller. 4093. That's old timer. Okay. Okay, go ahead, old timer. Go ahead. We waiting on you. What's your comment or question?
Yes, sir, man. Well, I mean, I saw that case on TV, and, it's just unfortunate, but, when you're in Cook County, you almost got your a pass that you can do something and knowing that you're going to.
Old timer. Old timer, you got me on Bluetooth. It's always something. It's Bluetooth or speakerphone, because it's like it's bad signal, like. Just take me off Bluetooth and talk regular through the phone. Yeah, because it's like, go ahead. Let me hear you now.
When you live in Cook County, he's got a different, that people know that you can do crime and get off with it. But he put that rule in designed to help people get out because that.
Okay, listen, people. Old timer. I want to hear what you got to say, but it's so staticky, man. Call me from another number, and so you can continue, because it's breaking up, and it's kind of frustrating. And I'm gonna wait till he call back, P. Ray, so he can.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he'll call back.
But yeah, so that's another reason, y'all, that I be pushing Republicans. Because if people be like, oh, you like Republicans, you just want to be up under white folks. No, I want to be safe. I want to live to be old age. I want to see my grandkids. I don't, if somebody do something to me, I want them to be locked up under the jail, behind multiple bars and walls. Like the need, the desire for safety and security do not automatically mean white, because the number one victim of crime in the city of Chicago, y'all, is Black women. So we as Black women have to push for the most advocacy for victims, because we are statistically most likely to be victimized by every other race, including our own. But if we ain't getting that out the court, then what we supposed to do is then us as a people, we think, okay, we'll get better justice if we get these Black people. It's a Black man over the court. The Supreme Court, his name, Timothy Evans. So we got a Black man over the court, a Black woman over the prosecutors, a Black woman over the county, a Black man over the city, and look at what we got. So it ain't race, y'all, it's mentality. is mentality, and they've been using people of our own race and our own color to push policies to make us unsafe so they can push us out off our land. Duh, we know what's going on. We smart, y'all. Everybody want to say CPS students, oh, we smart. We went to CPS when CPS was teaching. We got good sense and critical thinking and logic, and we know when somebody running a scam on us. And right now, y'all, they run a scam on us. They want to make it as uncomfortable as possible for us to leave, and we can't have that because we paying taxes.
P. Ray, quick question. This almost kind of like still on the same subject. I've noticed that a lot of people are leaving the city of Chicago, and black people are saying Chicago is not safe. I hear it all the time. But why is it that the illegal immigrants are coming here to a place that's not safe, and all the property is being bought up in these areas? Why is that? What's I don't understand that math. Make it make sense to me, please.
So we got to remember that Chicago is the headquarters for the cartel, the American headquarters of the cartel. And I believe that the cartel is importing their own workforce because when they were working with black people, that's how El Chapo got put down. So they found a black man on the west side with some drugs. And then they asked the man, where you get these drugs from? And he said, I got it from these twins in Little Village. So the CPD started looking at the twins, found out that he was El Chapo's number 1 and number 2, and then the feds got in and brought El Chapo down. Now they can import their own workforce. They don't care about getting picked up by no police. They don't care about going to no jail, and they can do their own thing because every person y'all see here, y'all, got trafficked by the cartel up here. Every person y'all see paid between $7,000 to $15,000 to the cartel for them to sneak them across the border. These people ain't broke. These people ain't hungry. These people ain't struggling. They choosing to commit crime. So that's what this is. This is all a criminal organization or criminal campaign. And I had brought on my show General Michael Flynn, who was the former National Security Advisor for the United States of America and the former Defense Intelligence Agency Director under Obama and Trump. So he told us the same thing. This is why I'm telling this to y'all. This is all international terrorism that's going on. That's why they bringing these people up here. That's why they disarming us. This is why they giving them all this money. It is to make us unsafe. Let me tell y'all something else. They finna start evicting them out of the shelters because of the 60-day shelter rule. However, they made a caveat that said, but this is the kicker. So the people, if you are a family, if you have a child in CPS, then you can stay in your shelter so your child can go to school. But if you are a single man, you're going to be evicted. They're going to be 2,000 illegal men on the street before the end of April. 2,000. That's 40 per ward with no resources, no house, no car, no job, no family, no nothing. And if they don't have anything, they coming to take it from you. So I want everybody to be in high alert for that. These evictions are about to put 2,000 grown, strong back military men on the streets of Chicago with nothing but their survival skills.
Look like a war brewing, huh? All right, old timer, come on. I hear you.
Yes.
That's a war. Come on, old timer. What's your comment and question?
Well, I mean, I was listening to, the Kim FOXX's program to try to level some type of playing field, to allow people that's just been sitting in jail to get out. The way that she put it was, these people got low-level offenses and they shouldn't be sitting in jail. But all it does is give people an opportunity to get out and commit more crime. Now, I'm not saying it's going to beat everybody, because first thing we're going to say, well, not everybody. But when the person commit a crime, they don't know what kind of crime they're going to commit or what level they have to do to pull that crime off. Because somebody give them a little resistance, they're going to take it as far as they need to do to try to complete their crime. So with being in Cook County, some people know that they say home invasion. Oh man, you get off of that. If you're in Cook County, oh man, you ain't got to worry about being up in there for no time. And aggravated assault. Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. And these are the things that people ought to be. If you commit that in Lake County or DePage County, then you're going to be in there. You won't be getting out as easy. But everybody know in Cook County that, you can get off real easy, supposedly from what I hear. with no problem. So our young men, they don't have no problem. And the ones that don't want to go to school and do that algebra and that chemistry and all of that, hey, they living off of these girls and different things, and they trying to survive to do the best that they can. Even if they got to commit crime, they going to do it. And then when they get out, then look what happens. I mean, they go, instead of them going straight, they turn around and go and do something to be a repeat offender. And they know about recidivism. They know about, man, I'm going to try to do the best I can. But they don't want to adapt to society. They want the society to adapt to them. And what it is causing a big old problem. And basically, you should have a law. If you break and do the crime, you just going to have to do the time. And people should, when you put a restraining order against people, when you see that person around your area, you should call the police. But, we got so many laws, Martin. We got so many scare tactics. Man, they're going to come back and they're going to kill your whole family. Man, they're going to do this here. And, they going to, they got some people so scared, they got the no snitch and all that. So we don't know what to do. So our people, man, they be running scared all the time. So the best thing to do is put them in the hands of the law and try to let the law. But then when the law deal with our people, you're going to say, well, the law is against the black man. It's against the white man too. But the white people do have money to get their children out of jail. They do have that. I will say it. And the chances of anybody committing jail while you're on bond, it can happen. But now you get it to the point where you just let people out because you feel that they don't have the same opportunity that other people have. So you're going to let them, man, you never would have thought. And I know this is a little bit different from what.
No, but hold it before you go. I want to ask you a question real quick. And anyone you guys got. What does this mean, innocent until proven guilty? Can anybody answer that question? Maybe P. Ray can answer it.
That means that we can't call you a criminal until they presented all the facts before a court of law and you went through your whole judicial rights. You have the right to a trial and a jury and to defend yourself. So we can't call you a criminal until you have an opportunity to defend yourself. To me, that's what I think it means.
Yeah, you're correct. I can't disagree with that. I mean, that is correct. So we're living in a system that, it lets allow people to get out for certain crimes. I mean, they're not. I mean, just think about it. Domestic violence is not a life sentence. Armed robbery is not a life sentence. Burglary is not a life sentence. Murder too.
Murder not a life sentence.
That's true. So we have to revisit a lot of these things. So, people, they're not just going to hold these people in there like that. Especially in Chicago, this democratic city, that's how the laws are constructed. So people are going to get out. They're going to get out. So when they arrest you, trust me, and you go through the trial and all that stuff, they're going to get out, even if they have to let you out on home monitoring. So, I mean, that's something to be.
That's the problem,
yeah.
though.
Well, where our lawmakers at.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching. Yeah, nobody's watching the bands, y'all. Tom Dart already said that he does not have the capacity and the employees to monitor all the bands. Number one. Number two, you still get a 48-hour reprieve with the band. So even if let's say somebody beats somebody up and then they put them on house arrest, they got 48 hours to go catch that person and beat them up again. So the police will ever get alerted. What kind of stuff is this? This is not real, y'all. This is a literal, just chaos, straight chaos. An insane asylum being ran by crazy people, and that's why I'm telling everybody, please, y'all, let's get away from them. I'm trying to be quiet, but please, y'all, let's get away from them. Some people don't like Republicans. They say, oh, they racist. They gonna put us in chains. You already in chains. You already in chaos. You already broke. You already hungry. You already losing money. So please, just come on, let's get away from them. Let's do it for this little boy, because the whole Democratic Cook County system failed him and made him lose his life in his own house.
$36.99. Yeah, go ahead.
Martin, everything she's saying is so true. And you know, I lost my girlfriend on September 2nd. Sheila Howard was riding her three-wheeler on South Chicago on September 2nd of 2023. She was at a gas station and had a verbal altercation with a 23-year-old woman named Kayla L. Grant. This young woman accused my friend of picking up $40. My friend didn't pay her any mind, told her to go on about her business, and got on her three-wheeler motorcycle and proceeded down South Chicago. This 23-year-old woman ran my friend down at over 80 miles per hour and hit the back of her bike and made her smack into a pole. My friend ended up under this girl's car. Martin, you know it.
I know it.
Killed her. And then got out. They were videoing. The witnesses told the police. I have the video of this girl getting out of the car with her mother in the car saying, yeah, she thought it was sweet. She's not just going to take her money. So there's the intent right there.
Right. Wow.
You know,
Your phone breaking up. Go ahead.
This girl is out of jail. She never spent a night in jail. She was out. Am I lying, Martin?
Yeah, she was out, man. It's strange, people.
She was out and she's still out. I got an update. Tuesday, there was a court date. Okay? Tell me why the daughter-in-law of my friend texted me and said, well, the court date has to be reset because the attorney of Kayla L. Grant and Kayla forgot about the court date. This is a murder trial. They forgot about the court date and didn't show up to court. Mm-hmm. So everything is one.
You see, and that's the crime. That's the crime. You know, the fact that she didn't come to her court date, that puts her in contempt of court. That means she's supposed to get a warrant. You see what I'm saying? Nobody doing their job, y'all, but yet we paying taxes every single year. We going through elections. Right now, it's election season. All these people about to come and peacock in your face and tell you about all the great things that they've done, and we have no proof or evidence of that. None. All we see is more crime, more violence, more chaos, and them telling us that we should be nicer to criminals. We can't. How can we survive that?
Wow. Whew.
Yep.
Y'all said a mouthful. We're gonna end it, people. I got me some food cooking. But Old Time, did you want to say something? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's strange how the brothers, you know, that run for all of these offices. Now everything she's saying is true, and everything she's saying is, as they say, is right on. But you get a lot of brothers on here that don't want to own up, but they want to continue to run for all of these particular offices. So you got everything but a black governor. Everything but black, this man that's the governor is elected by the black people. So now, but when it comes to our men, you know, even Reverend Sharpton, this young, no matter where a crime is happens at, he's supposed to have liaisons and stuff, people in that city that's supposed to be able to right in. He's called it National Action Network. So he's supposed to have people that in action. Then you got the Reverend Jackson. Now his sons and all of them supposed to be smart. And
sir, I got a question for you. What makes them the leader of black folks? Why when stuff happens, why do they get to dispatch their workers and come see what we're doing? I think that's part of the problem as well, that we got these heroes, or, you know, whoever, these overseers, these Negro overseers, who come and they tell us to calm down. They go get their people. They tell us to calm down. They bring us some party goods. They make us feel good. We take our pictures. We hug them. And then we go back to our chaos. These people been in charge my whole life. And look at what we got. Ain't nobody told us sorry for what they did.
But that's true. And one of the questions...
Say it.
The question that Martin asked, but one of the things is that the system is set up for you to plead not guilty, no matter what you have done. Now, the only person, them two boys, one of them two boys that shot that police officer, they claim one of them two brothers, they say one of them went on and pleaded guilty. I don't know what made them do that, because right now, you ask the question, say, is the person innocent until proven guilty? Well, no matter what you do, they're gonna tell you when you get on that witness stand to plead not guilty. So then all of a sudden it's a fight. You know, I'm lying against you. Let me in the house. I didn't, you know, and all this kind of stuff. You let me in there on purpose and different things. So and I fear for my life and different to go through a series of lies that you got to weed out instead of men standing up and say, look, this brother needs to be put in jail. Well, I ain't gonna say put in jail because I know you're not an advocate of that. Yeah, but
I'm a big advocate of locking people up.
Come on, Martin. I know Martin
Oh.
got a program that he feel, you know, like Russ Ewing. They used to have Russ Ewing used to go and get people when he was a reporter for Channel 7, and he went out there and got them brothers and made them brothers turn themselves in when they committed the crime. Now Russ Ewing did that. I don't see Andrew Holmes getting nobody on the street. I don't see nobody listening to Andrew Holmes. All Andrew Holmes is doing is on there for a photo op. You get on there, he said, well, you know, what they need to do is they need to let us in and let us find that gun. That's what they need to do. And that's as far as he take it. These boys are not scared of Andrew Holmes. They don't respect him. They don't respect nobody. They don't respect the law. And people, Russ Ewing, that's not around anymore. They don't have to worry about him. So what they do is they go on and go in their own way, and they know that even Emil, that used to be the Senate Minority Leader, yeah, he's not even stopping crime and different things. So now this new brother they got coming in that's running for state's attorney. Now I don't know what he's going to do, but I know one thing: somebody got to be hard on these criminals because a man can overrun a woman anytime he get ready and do stuff and get off, and he's getting off with it. So and then the brothers, if they stand up, you know, 2 days later before they go to court, people claim people coming up dead and stuff. You know, so some kind of way. This got to be stopped, and you can't have no respect for these brothers, man. Hey, you know, if they don't want to go to school and do what they're supposed to do and learn how to get them a job, you can't have those 16, 17, and 18-year-old people running around controlling those cities. That just can't happen.
I had went and I spoke to Bob Fioretti today. He running for Republican state's attorney, and he said something that stuck with me. He say, I am fair. I'm a fair man. We want to lock up. If you did it, you go into jail. But police, please don't bring me no innocent people. And I like that. If you did it, you go into jail. But police don't bring me no innocent people. And that's the mentality that we got to have. But we got people who feel so sorry for criminals. And we didn't create a whole system where they find so much comfort. There's no deterrent to committing crime in Cook County. None. I can shoot somebody right now. I got like an 80% chance of getting away with it. And then if they do catch me, I can plead down to an aggravated battery and do 18 months. And then because I've been on the ban this whole time, I never went to jail and I shot somebody. That's not justice. And that's why it's so violent out here, because the courts are not giving us justice. So then we got to get our lick back on our own. And that's what's going on. I live in Austin. I tell people that the Austin community is a community of homeowners with an unchecked criminal element. That's what we're dealing with. Everybody in Chicago dealing with an unchecked criminal element, and that's coming out of the Cook County courts. And they've been playing these mental games with us, y'all, all this time, telling us that we got to be nice to the criminals. And we done with that. We got to be done with that in 2024. We need people to be locked up. Lock up criminals 2024. And some people will say, that sounds like a crime bill. That sounds like what happened in the 90s. But the beauty of this, y'all, is that we had the crime bill in the 90s, so we know the flaws of those kind of bills. So now that we see the flaws, we know how to build something better, but that don't mean that we don't have nothing at all. No. It's time for a crime bill or something, because this is too out of control. And not just a crime bill for the criminals, but again, this Cook County State's attorney got to be totally revamped from the top to the bottom, because they really failed this state.
With the judges. Okay, go ahead, Doctor. We got 3 callers. Go ahead, Doc. You one of them. Go ahead, Doc.
Starting with the judges. And that young lady is like, why else we constantly like Jesse Jackson. He has Parkinson's disease. He done had his time. It's time for the young folks to come in and take over. Tim Evans needs to get out of office. All them judges that want to give a slap on the back, a slap on the head, She is 100% correct. All this crime going on in Chicago and the suburbs is ridiculous. She is 100%, and I will stand with her 100%. I've locked their ass up. Look, I was at the gas station and had to get on my knees. I had to look. I'm in my 50s. I had to get on my knees because they up at the gas station shooting out the gas station. Who does that? Who does that? I didn't go through that in the 90s. Come on, man. Who does that? What are you doing? These young folks want something for nothing. And the thing of it is the older people that's persuading these young folks, 14, 13, 12, 15, 16, because they're going to get a lesser charge. So I'm with this young lady that's talking. I'm going to put my phone back on mute, let other people talk.
Okay, 917, area code.
Hey, Martin, how are you? You look sleepy.
It's okay. I'm eating now. I ain't sleepy. Go ahead.
Good. You already know what it is. It's called white guilt politicians. White guilt politicians. White guilt politicians. It's nothing else but white guilt politicians who are scared of us. It's just the way it is. White guilt politicians.
But Tiffany, let me say this. And P. Ray could witness. P. Ray just named Chicago is supposed to be ran by a lot of black people. So,
but there's guilt politicians. White guilt politicians. They don't want to get involved with us. They don't care about us. They don't care about the suburban white folks either. Anybody can get it in this country. Don't what your race, ethnicity, nothing matters. Everybody's getting it, and it's because white guilt politicians, they don't care. Obviously, well, we all know they don't care, but they're also under fentanyl Floyd, all they care about is their stupid pavement streets and their stupid ugly statues. It's all they care about. We could sit here all day and talk about it. Under fentanyl Floyd, they went and changed the laws, the judicial system laws, because they're all white guilt politicians now, all under fentanyl Floyd.
Okay.
I don't think she understands that. It's okay. Wait, can I rebuttal on that?
Go ahead.
It's all about money. It's all about money. Even Obama owned money in the Cook County system. They own money. It's money. It's all about money. This crime stuff is money, y'all. If it wasn't no crime out here, how they gonna get paid? It's money. Obama, I can guarantee you, he owns the phone system. He has stock in the phone system in the county jails and in the prisons. It's all about money. Do you know how much money they getting paid for the crime?
Which is the white guilt. All they care about is stupid statues and stupid road pavement. It's all they care about. Go back to fentanyl Floyd. Life changed after fentanyl Floyd. All across the U.S. judicial system laws changed also. We call it now catch and release. Just release them back to the zip code and anywhere.
Well, you got to be fentanyl Floyd. Can it be his name, George Floyd? I mean, come on.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
You disrespecting the man.
Right, man. The man is dead. Right. Okay.
I know you disrespecting him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's okay.
Martin is from Charleston.
Well, hey. Yeah, hey. It is what it is.
His name is Mr. Floyd.
Yeah. 9914, caller. 9914.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's up, Martin?
I'm good. What's going on?
Hi.
I like to dress. Yeah, I like to dress like the lady was saying. Like, I ain't gonna, George Floyd. That's what I'm gonna call him. But what people need to understand, for everything that happened in the black community, it should be reaction the same way it was a reaction with George Floyd. When these ladies getting killed, we should be marching around every city in the United States. When a young boy get killed, we need to be marching and causing chaos everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not just when the police do it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like that's like what they say. That's cap.
That's cap. Somebody, hey, listen. You got some plans. I hear echo from you, man. You got to turn Facebook down. Hear an echo or something coming from your phone.
Oh yeah, that was my bad. Yeah. I was, yep. But it's like can you hear me? It's cool now, Mark?
Yeah, it's cool. And I know who you are
like,
too.
It's cap.
And I know who you are.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know I banned you
You
off
know
the
when we
show.
calling in.
I banned you off the show, but I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But but it's like when things go on, like even like that, like when me and you get into it, it can't be like that. We can have disagreements, and we gotta learn how to have disagreements.
Sir, we can have
talk
this.
about it.
We can have
then-
disagreement, but when you call people out their name on this show, that don't sit well with me, bro.
No, I never called you out
Yes,
your
you
name.
did.
I never
Yes, you
called you out
did.
your
Yes, you
name.
did, sir.
I never called you
Yeah,
out
you did.
brother. That's not me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you did.
I know exactly. But,
Yeah.
but like when people have disagreement, you see what I'm saying? We have disagreement. Now people they want to go get switching that. These little boys, it's so much I can address, and it's so much I'm doing to address the problems that's going on. But like with these little boys with these switches and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we got to be for real with each other. It's no foundation. It's no standard. Like when it's a problem, no matter what the problem is in the black community, when it's a problem, you supposed to know, and it should be somewhere. It should be somewhere to go. It should be somebody to talk to. It should be morals and a standard that we all got to agree to, but it's not, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like a 16, 15, 14-year-old boy out here with a 40, 50 rounds with a switch on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what he doing? He'll build a nice house with that switch on it, with that Glock with that switch on it. He gonna fix a nice car. He gonna paint the car real good, ain't he? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold these people accountable. And while we sitting, as we sitting right here talking, like my suggestion is, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a mother out here on Section 8, low income, you getting assistance from the government, and your 14-year-old boy out here at past curfew, we need to take them room. We need to take a room off your Section 8, off your voucher, because you don't care about your son. Your son out here, he a menace to society. He out here with 50 rounds, and with a Glock with a switch. Now that's a problem. So it needs to be addressed right then and there, not the court. Whenever we see it, whenever we look in the newspaper tomorrow, and we see these little boys on they live, oh yeah, come outside, whatever they doing. We gotta address it right then and there. We gotta hold these mamas accountable. We gotta embarrass people.
We need to hold the fathers accountable too, sir. We gotta hold the fathers.
Yeah,
accountable.
Parents.
It's not just the mother, not the mother. It's the both of them.
Oh yeah, most
I want to take a. Because I know people that had mamas. Wait, I know people who come from middle class backgrounds, mamas and daddies, and they just want to come out here and act a fool. My thing is, when you 14 and you act up, you need to go to St. Charles. Like we have no accountability. We used to have accountability for the kids. Remember Monty Fiore? When you was going to school, your teacher say, you act up, I'm going to see you to Monty Fiore, and they whoop your ass in there. Because people know you getting whoopings at Monty Fiore, right? Like, it's got to be some level of accountability. But we treat these kids, okay, he's 14, he a child. I was 14, I wasn't shooting up no cars. He know what he doing. He been doing right from wrong since he was 3 years old. He's choosing to do these things, and we got to stop saying, okay, this happened to him, and he had this going on. No, he chose to go get a switch and shoot somebody's car. He chose to carjack. He chose to shoot and murder. Something got to be done. So what do we do to him? They 12, 14 years old.
We got to be held accountable for everything that you do. And that is when the judges come in and set the rules to say this child needs to go to the hospital or he needs to be in the Audi home. I get what he's saying because look at the Pakistani. Look at
guilt.
Look at
That's part of the guilt. They're not going to do anything, doctor. They're not going to do anything, hon.
You said a mouthful. You right.
Can I explain?
That's what I tell the white folks too. Hey, hold on, real quick. That's what I tell the white folks when I go talk to them in these Republican spaces. I be telling them, stop treating us like a charity. Stop treating us like we don't know no better. Stop treating us like we got to be treated with some special gloves because we are inherently violent. No, right is right, wrong is wrong. We know right from wrong. Stop using your white guilt and saying, oh, these poor Negroes, let them go on because they can't help themselves. We can't help ourselves.
It's not that. It's a money thing. It's a money thing. If it's not no crime, how they gonna make money?
Excuse me, yeah. Another thing what we need to understand, it's a language that people are using in the way they talk to each other. The government, they talk to each other. I don't mean like that. I'm talking about like the way they're trying to get their purpose and like what they're saying. You know, it's like me and Mark could be sitting right there in the room. Me and Mark could be sitting right there in the room. You know, we trying to vouch for one thing. They'll talk around me and Martin like they're with me and Martin, but me and Martin won't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? When they say they, you know, they can be like, oh, niggas, or they can be like, oh, no, the ones we talking about, or they can be the ones that's like, oh, the ones that's not smart. When they come into their room, they know what they're talking about. But it's like us, when we come together, we know when we, whatever type of meeting we have, whatever type of organization we have, whatever type of gathering we have, it has to be a purpose. You know, not just to say we can't just keep coming together and saying, oh, they. Who are they? You got to be a name with they. So when we say they, because we can say the government. Who? Well, that's just like right now. When I say the government, they don't care about us. Who I'm talking about, y'all? Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
All the politicians, like old girl just said, I like her, whoever that was.
Her name is P. Ray.
She said it right. They always
P. Ray.
Oh, that's P.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, P. Ray. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, but,
P. Ray is
you know,
yeah, she's one of me. We're the same.
Right.
We're
you know,
Oh, y'all know you know who I am. Thank you.
yeah, we
but you know, we have to come together for a purpose, and you know, and make points. You know what I'm saying? We just can't keep saying like the government. We can't keep saying these kids and nothing like that. You know, it's enough out here being exploited on the internet that we can come together and really make valid points about what's going on in the city.
Well,
You know,
let me
because
say
you got to
this,
think about it. We
you
just had
can't
Kim
help
Fox.
all of them. You cannot help
What you
all
mean
of
by that?
them because you can't help all the. Some people is just born criminals. Period. I had to come to that realization. They're criminals, and they're gonna be criminals until they die. So we got a couple ones that we can save. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, and that's what I mean by we need to come together, and it's like we got to have morals, we got to have standards. No matter who you is, no matter what you is, no matter what you did, you know, we came to agreement already. You know what's gonna get done, what's gonna happen to you if you do this. This is like right now. Today is what, March 23rd. So once we come up with agreement, once you get caught with that switch, once you let off that switch, once you kill one of our black women, once you kill one of our black kids, once you kill one of these black men, we know what the consequences is. We can come up with that right now. Well, you know, ain't no trying to agree with you when you go to court and the police and they didn't search your car, they didn't got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can fight your case, but the police got body cameras on. They got the switch out of your car under your seat with your fingerprints on it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Ain't no we ain't rocking with you. We ain't fighting for you. You give him one no bag, give him a state's attorney. You know what I'm saying? We gotta address that. You know, we gotta show up in court. Like sometimes people like I watch YouTube sometimes early in the morning just and look what's going on. Like, God damn, that's that boy they was talking about when he just shot that when we was watching the news. You know what I'm saying? And you watch it in the morning, like you know, like Monday morning, go on YouTube and watch it. Go to YouTube and watch the Cook County them court. You know, watch it. I'm talking too fast, y'all, because it's like I'm so. You know, I'm really trying to make a point.
All right, dude.
But it's like it's so much going on. Go ahead.
No child is born bad. Those are beings that are developed and taught. No child is born bad. The doctor said that these children are bad. They're taught behavior.
Okay, excuse me. Okay. Okay. Now you're right about that. Now one thing we gotta address, like what you just said about that. Let's not harbor that no more. Let's just say if you make it don't matter how you grew up, no matter where you grew up, what you got going on, we just know from now on, from March 23rd forward, you pick up that switch, we not rocking with you. We want you to go to jail. That's just that. If the police got you on camera, if they search your car, if you know what I'm saying, if it's just proof, you know what I'm saying, you can sit there and fight it. Oh yeah, the court of law, it go like this. You know, I plead the fifth. I don't want. Okay, you did all that, but the body camera ain't lying. They got your ass with that gun. That's it. That's all. So you know what? We all come to court. Me, Martin, everybody on this phone. We gonna protest. You see what I'm saying? We want that person to go to jail, just like the police when they shot George Floyd. We out there protest. No, we want it. Got to be like that with everybody. You see what I'm saying? We got to make a point. We got to come together about what we want. You know, we just can't sit right here and keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark, you know, we've been rocking out for years. You know what I'm saying? We've been live on Canada for years. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta make a point where it's like now we take action. You know, like we on here with Martin, you know what I'm saying? Like Martin, you know, you the mayor to me. You know what I'm saying? You the governor to me. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You the person I can talk to. Like, go ahead, love.
We all are tired. We're tired. These kids got to stop their behavior. You know, they out here robbing. They you know, the thing of it is, my age on up, including Mr. Johnson, that we were taught to earn our wages. They want fast money. We were taught that. And they want fast money. They out here robbing. I mean, I just looked at the news, y'all, and the robbing, they showed like 12 different robberies in one day. That's ridiculous. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Can I address that part?
And they okay, I'm gonna let y'all suggest it. Go ahead.
Let her
I'm
talk.
gonna talk. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna listen.
Go ahead, brother.
I just want to say real quick there's no accountability.
Go ahead, love.
So one thing that kept me on the straight and narrow is getting whoopings when I was a child. Two things I wanted to do every day was jump double dutch and not get a whooping. Okay, if I ain't get a whooping, that was a good day because I knew it was going to be some strict consequences for anything that I did. Ain't no strict consequences. That's what I'm saying. That's why they out of control. If you knew if I shoot this switch, I'm gonna have to go to the Audi home. I'm gonna have to go to Central Illinois and pick corn. You know, whatever we gonna make them do. If you knew that something real bad was coming for you, you wouldn't do it. But now they in jail on Facebook. They going live out the jail. So now you ain't even cut off for the rest of the world. You like at summer camp or something. No, make jail hard again. Make crime not pay again. If you mess up, you do crime, you got to do the time. Now, beforehand, you know, we look at the men who got exonerated and we say, oh my God, these are people who were wrongfully charged. But you got to remember, y'all, that was before we had all these cameras, before we had all this DNA, before we had all the technology that we got now to prove that you did your crime. If they say you did it in 2024, 99% of the time you did it because it's on tape. And they did trace the phone records and they did talk to 8 people and they got the DNA so they can go and book you real quick. And that's how they get people to plead because they say, okay, look, we got all this evidence on you. You want to go to trial or you want to plead? Then the person plead down and now they back outside. We dealing with y'all. We got to make it tough again and stop identifying with criminals as black people. Criminal behavior is not a black people issue.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with us. They dysfunction.
But P. Ray, everything you said, P. Ray, hold on. Everything you said is correct, but you got to remember, they're looking at the finance part. They got to keep that prison revolve, keep filling them doors themselves. You got to think about it's money.
In jail.
It's money.
Y'all, that's what we saying. But ain't nobody going to jail. Ain't nobody going to jail. That's why they let the ex-boyfriend out. He was in jail. The prison review board said, no, that's okay. Just give him a house arrest ban and send him back home. There's nobody in jail.
I mean, excuse me.
That is people in jail. Let's see if the still done.
In jail, but it's people in there, but it ain't like. Oh, if you look at the capacity right now, the prisons are not at capacity. Cook County Jail is not at capacity. They let the capacity drop because of COVID, and that's why they sent everybody home. But they did not stop pulling people back in, nor did they change the culture of putting people on house arrest. We got to stop all this house arrest. You need to go to jail.
Well, P. Ray,
that's why I say nobody in jail because everybody on house arrest.
Well, this is what I see.
I agree with her.
Hold on. Let me just say this. They're supposed to be focusing more so on violent crimes. That's what I was told, on violent crimes, not little petty crimes, stuff like that, retail theft, little small little things. So they want to focus on the violent crimes. These violent crimes, carjacking, battery, shooting, and drive-by shooting. They're supposed to be tough on that. Those are real serious.
So why wasn't they tough on the ex-boyfriend then?
Yeah.
He committed a violent crime by showing up at her house to harass her. That wasn't violent enough to keep him in jail. Yeah. That's why everybody got to go to jail. Ain't no more qualifying what crime go and what crime don't. All crime got to go to jail. How it used to be. Why we can't do that no more?
They let him out. And they let him out.
Because Martin, you want to know why, Martin?
I just want to tell you, Ray.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ms. Ray. I'm going to speak out to you.
Yeah, hey, P. Ray, it's Tiffany again. I just want to tell you, I don't know if you already might know, what they're doing is they do an indictment. They're allowing these guys to go and victimize as many people as they want to, and finally till an indictment comes in so they can give them 25 to life and take away their sperm so they cannot reprocreate. Do you remember me saying that, Martin?
I remember.
How they doing that? Putting us away for life, but they got to wait till there's enough people to give them that 25 years or life. That's why we seeing it look like this.
Right, systematically.
All 5 boroughs, they doing it all across this U.S. California is hella bad. You guys should.
Well, you know what, P. Ray? Let me say this, and I'm gonna say this, P. Ray, and to the doctor and to old timer, because a lot of you guys on one accord. I somewhat agree with you guys, but I lived through the mass incarceration of the black man. I lived through that, and it didn't work. It didn't work, people. It really didn't work. I mean, they locked up so many people back during there. You know, some deservedly, rightfully so, should have been locked up. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the ones that was wrongly locked up and accused. I'm talking about the ones that should have went, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. We could not arrest everybody and lock our way out of the problem. Some people just didn't need to be locked up. Some people just it's a whole lot going on. If I may explain myself, it just didn't work. We got to go back to the drawing board, which I agree with you, and we got to find out a way. Exactly. We got to do the crime fit the punishment. We got to sit down at the table. Okay, if they do this, this is worth this time. Because in the Cook County, it's the #1 false confession state in the world, though. In the world. County, rough. False confession county in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, hold it. P. Ray, like you said earlier, you got almost an 80%, I think it's 90% chance to commit murder here in the city of Chicago, and you probably will walk and get away with it. Period. Because I mean, they don't have that murders are not being solved here. Yeah, right. And I'll say this: we know CPD know how to handle how to solve murders. Because let the police get shot, and they're gonna be right on it. They're gonna use all the resources. So, is it a conspiracy, P. Ray, for us to kill each other in these high crime areas and move out, go to other different states, and other people come in and take over? Because this is what's happening. Because if Chicago is so violent, P. Ray, why are the illegal immigrants are coming here? Why? Why is it that white people are invested in these communities?
They being brought up here.
Right. I'm just saying, why?
Well, that's because
Go ahead, P. Ray.
Money. America lead to Chicago. We the heartbeat of America. So it makes sense for anybody who want to make money in America to come to Chicago. That's why our grandparents left down south and came up here for the bag, right? So we know that if you do right, you can make it a good living in Chicago. That's not our problem. Our problem is the Illinois legislature and the Cook County courts. Those are our 2 problems right there, because the Illinois legislature treats us like we some type of pitiful charity that don't know how to act, and all we need them to do is come up with excuses for criminality because we can't help ourselves. And then you got the Cook County courts not taking these things seriously. So if the laws and the courts not coming together, then that's chaos. All of this is the Democrat Party.
But you also
all the things they're doing. They live here with us. They see these statistics. They can read these statistics just like we read them. It's their job to come up with ways to make it better, and they don't. They just want us to become comfortable in chaos, and that's disrespectful. This America. We Americans. Ain't nobody. And this is the best country in the world, and y'all can't figure out a way to make our court system give us some justice because they don't want to, and that's why we got to get away from them. Stop arguing and fighting, going back and forth, telling them what we want. Just move on.
No, let old time.
It's not that they don't want to. It's they're making money. They're making money off of crime.
It's money.
They're making money
big
off
business.
of it.
It's big business.
I mean, wait, look, people. If they call me, if a person called me from the prison system now, do you know how much that costs per minute? It's money. It's all about the money. The rule of all evil is money. That's all it is. It's money. It's about money. I know some of my colleagues. They got collateral. They have stuff in the money. Like I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of it. They have it involved. They have money involved with people that make the phone calls to other people. That's $10.99 a minute. Years ago in the 90s, it was $5.99 a minute. Yes, ma'am. It's all about money. crime is money.
It's
Period.
big business. Because
But it's also, but no, even with it being big business, it's still a failure of government. For me, this is why again I look at the Republican way, because it's policy driven. And then we had this last election, only 20% of the people came out, right? So then 20% of the population control what the other 80% want. We need to get up, y'all. If you're not happy, make sure you go vote in November. If you didn't vote last Tuesday, that's okay. We're not gonna beat you up. But come November, you got to put your shoes on and go handle your business at the poll. If you're not okay with this, you got to make a different change. And if you okay with it, then we want you to stay your food but at home. But if you're not okay with it, then please get to them polls, because we got to make a change. If not, they're going to think that we okay with it, and we not. All we do is sit up and we, talk about, say, on the station I used to be on, they've been having the same conversation my whole life, over 30 years. So then I come with a different conversation, and people like, oh, I never thought about it like this, because they don't want you to think about it like this. It's time for us to move on, Black Chicago. They don't care about us. They keep showing us over and over and over and over and over and over again. They don't care about us. They don't like us. They don't love us. They ain't studying us. So get away from them. You can't force nobody to love you. So we got to make a different choice. And the first choice is to get away from these Democrats that's failing us.
Oh yeah, Mark, can I address something?
No. Old timer laugh. I want to hear what he got to say. He laughed.
Well, see, now I agree with self-checking, but now this part about the Democrats, well, I'm not going to agree with that.
I know that. That's why.
I believe it's every person for themselves. I believe that everybody should be held accountable, just like you teach a child not to touch a hot stove, and they teach themselves that they're not going to touch it. You got to know that each child out there is representing, and what they're doing, they knowingly doing stuff that they know that's wrong. So now when you get to the point where you know that you're doing stuff that's wrong and you want to keep on doing it, well, they got a lot of excuses that's been made up for us. And those excuses that have been made for us is that you got a mayor in Chicago right now that says that, well, we've been ill-treated down through the years, so we need health programs on every corner. Now, he ain't opened no mental health clinics yet, not that I know of. And so that's everybody is going to have to learn the system. The system is not going to benefit. It's not against you. It's not against you. You make up your own way. And if you want to commit crime, if that's the type of life that you want to commit, you developed this a long time ago. I'm sorry, it don't have nothing to do with the democratic system. It's for the people. It gives you to make your choice. The Republican system, well, we don't know what the Republican system is, but I know Democrat. Hey, ain't nobody putting no gun in your hand and making you do anything. And it's just now, as of late, where Black people have started to go downtown in Chicago and do stuff they never did used to do years ago. They never did used to go in Caucasian communities and do things that they doing before. So times must be really getting hard. So because years ago you couldn't pay Black people to go downtown and do the stuff they're doing now. Huh?
You know why they're doing it all the time?
Why is that?
You're right, old timer.
So right now, if you're going through the hood and you jump out on somebody, give me everything you got. What they got? You see what I'm saying?
Old time. Old time.
You just
hold on, my brother. Hold on. P. Ray, you want to answer that? Because answer that about yeah, go ahead.
The reason that I make this a party issue is because it's the Democrats who are pushing this lack of accountability in the name of charity and social justice.
True.
And it's making us increasingly less safe. So because they're not just doing this in Cook County or the state of Illinois, they're doing this in every Democratic city around the country. And all of our Black people, all our Negro people, all our freedmen people are unsafe in every major municipality because these people have this disrespectful mentality toward Black people. Again, it's just we don't know how to act. And we do know how to act. We do know how to thrive. It's our country. They ain't doing us no favors. Our people when they showed up hungry and wet on our shores, our people were here eating okra and cornbread, baby. Already here doing our thing. So we don't need them to come to our country and give us sympathy. No, what we need our country to do is stand on the laws on the books. That's it. That's all we've been asking y'all from the beginning. Stand on the laws on the book. Stop giving us this special legal mechanism that y'all think we need because we don't deserve the same type of justice y'all get. If you go to DuPage, commit a crime in DuPage, I bet you going to an Illinois Department of Corrections facility. DuPage, Kane, Will, but in Cook, where all the black folks live, now we too pitiful to be held accountable. We too pitiful to be punished because Martin point that we the highest the false confession. I get that, Martin, but in 2024, I think that them false confessions gonna be a whole lot lower because we got way more technology to prove it. Now they can't just handcuff you to a radiator and beat you up and make you say it. No, now it's gonna be on camera. Now we got the phone records. Now we got your social media. Now we got everything we need to prove this point. So we gotta get that out of our mind too. We gotta bring back accountability. Now we feel bad for our people who got hurt. You know what I'm saying? In that system in the 90s when they was locking up everybody. But again, like I say, they didn't come with no instruction manual. When it locked up everybody, now we see the fallacy. See the fallacies of it. Now we won't do that moving forward, but we gonna do it again. Yeah, we finna get us another crime bill. And the Republicans, we don't know to old timer point, we don't know what the Republicans gonna do, but we know damn well what these Democrats gonna do. And if we know what they finna do, it's time to go, y'all. Get away from them.
Exactly. I don't think it's a Democrat or Republican thing. I don't. You all know that Republicans want to. You all know how they are, how they operate. Ain't no sense of beating a dead horse on that. We know that. We can't, Mr. Oldtimer. We can't say it's a Democrat or Republican thing. Because look what Obama did. It's really not. It's not. I'm sorry. When it's crime, I don't care if he's black, white, Asian, Chinese, they need to go to jail and be held accountable as this young lady played. They have to be accountable for their actions, period. That's not a Democrat. And the Democrats didn't do this. The Republicans didn't do it. They didn't commit the crime. They might commit the black and white crime, but they didn't do that. They didn't go out there robbing people. You know, so we can't.
Ones who told the people that they can't be punished. But that's the thing. It's the Democrats who made the policies that made the punishment so lax. That's what I'm saying. We got to get away from these people who don't think enough of us to punish our criminals. Racist.
It's the language they
racist
use.
You can be.
You talking about Kim Fox?
No,
but Kim Fox is
don't make no law. Right.
The policy of the progressive Democrats.
Thank you.
I'm saying Kim is doing the same thing that the state's attorney doing in San Francisco, that they doing in Baltimore. DC just had to sign a new crime bill because their laws were so lax that they got too out of control, and they just put the law back down. So I think that all these places gonna start putting the law back down, but when they do that, we can't do it with the mentality of feeling sorry for criminals. No, because that's why again this man got out of jail.
I agree with you 100%. I'm sorry, y'all. I agree with her 100%. She is 100% right.
We just got to talk about the truth. That's the truth. This is where we tell the truth and what.
That's the truth.
And shame.
Oh yeah, most definitely, Mark. And,
that's it.
And economically, Mark, you know, we got to be on the same page because we can't forget, y'all. Like if you go back on your page, Mark, and like if you go back a year until you look at some of the videos. Now we said about the immigrants now. We was the people that were talking about, oh, don't put up the wall. When Trump was talking about putting up the wall, we were saying don't put up the wall. Now the wall down, now they're here. Now it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We really got to be together. And that's the same thing that goes on with the policies that they make. You see what I'm saying? When we feel like it's going to benefit us right then and there, you see what I'm saying? Everybody with it. You see what I'm saying? But you got to be willing to struggle a little bit. If they saying along like, oh, you know what? Well, everybody got to work. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody look like, no, I ain't got to work. And, you know, I don't want to work or whatever the case might be. We just got to be on the same page, y'all. Basically, that's all I'm saying.
Well,
and it's like,
okay,
you know,
let me adjust that.
Go ahead.
Let me adjust that. My family they've been struggling all their life, man. We didn't get no reparation for anything. My grandmother died at 96 years old. She came in. Her grandmother came in from Nigeria on a boat. You know, it's not fair. Let me just say this. No, you know, everybody entitled to do what they want to do, but it's not fair for the Venezuela people to come over here and they get $9,000, get food stamps, get free health care. We got homeless people out there that's been out there for years and years. That's not fair.
They wanted us to go to war.
I'm trying to change the subject. I'm not trying to change the subject, but people do want to work, but some people are struggling, and we got to understand that. That's all I'm saying. We have to understand that our people are struggling, and they willing to give these people all this money and all these benefits, and our people been here for 50 years plus and can't get a dime. So we can't say that's not fair. That's all I'm saying. That's not fair.
All right, hold it.
To go to warfare,
hold it. We gotta get ready to close out. I'm gonna give P-Ray the last words to say what she wanted to say. Then we're gonna be done, people. Because I didn't plan on to go over an hour, but we had almost 2 hours now, almost an hour and a half. But go ahead, P-Ray, give us the closing comments and stuff like that.
Come on, baby. And I agree with you, by the way. Everything you said, I agree with you 100%.
Appreciate y'all listening to me. Because when I first started this, people said that folks didn't want to listen to me or hear nothing about this. But you all, this is real. This is bigger than the commercials that they show you on MSNBC or that you might see on social media. We have an 11-year-old boy who was murdered in his home because his government failed him. Nothing more, nothing less. And the people in this government that failed him, they are going to continue this failure as long as we support them. We don't have to take this. We do not have to take this. We don't have to stay around them. We don't have to stick around. We are in an abusive relationship with the Democratic Party, and it's time for us to free ourselves. We deserve safety. We deserve security. We deserve respect. We deserve accountability, and we're not going to get any of that dealing with this system that we currently are under in Cook County.
Amen.
Come November, go vote.
Name, P-Ray?
It's P. I'm gonna make a comment, but it's P space RAYEASE-LEE. But look me up on Black Excellence Hour. Black Excellence Hour is my show. Y'all can watch the show as well. I'm also on Twitter at PRAEBEH, like P-Ray Black Excellence Hour. But I digress. So I'm saying all this to say, come November, y'all, we gotta go vote. I'm dead serious about this. We had a 20% voter turnout, and we did okay. You know what I'm saying? We got the people out the way that we needed to get out the way. But it's time for us to show the national media, the United States of America, that the Negro in Chicago is a free Negro. And we don't have to take up or put up with the Democratic Party no more. And we encourage it not only ourselves, but every other child of a cotton picker, tobacco picker, rice picker, whatever your people was picking in this country, we need everybody to stand together as one and get away from these Democrats. They are trying to kill us in our own country while importing new people and giving away our reparations money to them, giving away our tax money to them, giving away everything that we supposed to get to a group of people who pay a criminal organization to bring them into our country. We can no longer subsidize criminality. We can no longer victimize criminality. Victims are victims, and they deserve the sympathy. And we're going to show them that sympathy by getting away from the Democrats.
Amen.
All right, we're going to leave it right there, people.
I agree with her 100%.
We're going to listen. Well, this is where we tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yeah.
So I want to thank all you guys. Thank you, P-Ray. Thank you, Doc, the old timer. And all the wonderful guests today for coming on. Tiffany, appreciate you guys. And hey, listen, people, we got to do what works for us, period, people. If, they said if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, that's insanity. So if we want to change, we got to be real. P-Ray, I call it fake pain. We cry for a little while and it's just fake pain. Something is wrong with our thinking. People, we have to think, people. We can't support bad behavior. We just can't do it anymore. People, it's just not right. We just can't do it. We can't harbor bad behavior. I mean, that's why the doctor said she had to get on her knees inside the gas station. They're shooting gunfire. Something has to be done, people. And old timers say that we cannot let a bunch of teenagers have us afraid to come outside in our city, big, beautiful city. And he's right. Bunch of 18, 19-year-olds running the city. We afraid to say anything to them. We just let them do anything they want. It shouldn't be. It should not be, people. It shouldn't be. And I agree with you on that, old timer. If I don't agree with nothing else, but I agree with that. We can't let a bunch of young folks run our town. And when I say young people, 17, 18, 19. I'm talking about teenagers when I say young people. That's what I meant. All right, people. I definitely got to go. Thank you, Mark. Mark, he says first time listening here. Good night. Thank you for tuning in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. And I appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Peace out, y'all. All right. Y'all already know
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I